If I didn't address this issue, I would be a bad person and also an even worse content creator. And since I only have 260 something subscribers on my channel, I think I literally don't even have 260. I think I have like 258. I don't give a fuck. I have to address this because it is in Black Ops 7, or it was in Black Ops 7 until they released the patch notes, and it was an issue. It's an issue. It's an issue because being lied to is not acceptable, and when you try to cover it up as being a nice person, but at the end of the day, you're literally just lying and re-scraping the same old material on top of new shit all the time. Like, I'm gonna have to call you out for it. So, on top of all the amazing shit I've said on Black Ops 7, because I mean it, I do really mean all of the good things I've been saying about this game. It's a fun multiplayer. It's a better experience than any COD I've seen since Infinite Warfare. And I'm not saying Infinite Warfare was good. I'm saying since that year. Like, since Black Ops 3, right? I say this every time I make a BO7 video, right? Every single time. Skill-based matchmaking is in the game, obviously, as we know it, so far in one playlist. They claim that it was in the normal mosh pit playlist, or core mosh pit, whatever you want to call it. Not the open mosh pit playlist, the normal core mosh pit, the playlist when you click the right bumper and it's like the only playlist around by itself, not the other tab where there's like 4 or 5 playlists. This is like the open mosh pit, standalone skill-based matchmaking playlist. People thought that was the only way to access skill-based matchmaking, but apparently there was an issue with quick play where people were claiming that skill-based matchmaking was still in the game because when they would click on quick play, it would take them into incredibly more sweaty lobbies. Now, I've watched about 15 hours of Black Ops 7 videos on YouTube just because I wanted to get as much information on this video, for this video as possible, because I don't want to just be saying things out of my ass. I'm not the kind of person who does that. I don't sit there and, start talking about shit that really has nothing to do with the point I'm trying to make. And the point I'm trying to make here is that Call of Duty is still lying to us, and that doesn't make it okay just because they released a better product. You can't still be that same old lying scumbag and, buy her flowers one time. That doesn't make you a good person, You buy her flowers, you buy her a nice little diamond ring, but then you go out and fuck you fuck that torta that you just couldn't help yourself, and you just had to lay pipe on that torta, you know what I mean? Like, that's Call of Duty. They want to be so faithful and so down to earth with their fans, but I don't even really know if they really actually have seen the real fans, the average 13-year-old goon fuck, the gooner addict that vapes in his mom's basement all day, and he's 13 years old and he's literally in 7th grade. Like, when I was in 7th grade, the worst thing you could be was like a Fortnite addict, okay? And at the end of the day, being a Fortnite addict now is night and day compared to being a fucking Call of Duty brain rot scumbag. And skill-based matchmaking is 100% still in Black Ops 6. I've seen so many people using the quick play feature and selecting one mode, but then being put into game modes they didn't select. I've seen people talk about how they're playing with shittier players. Like, let's say I was on Reddit, right? Some guy claimed that his girlfriend, who has like a 0.25 KD ratio when she plays with him, was getting like a 2.0 KD when she was playing without him. And he was wondering how that's possible if no skill-based matchmaking is in the game. If you don't understand that statement, basically, let's say you suck at Call of Duty, right? You're going to go up against other people who suck when you play in skill-based matchmaking, because Call of Duty wants to keep the shitty players with the shitty players, and the good players with the good players, and the really good players with the really good players, for some reason. So you could be an average Joe and have a great game, but then all of a sudden, now you're in a lobby with the good guys, the good players, the ones who are on their console 10 hours a day, because you had a good outing, because you showed off your skills, because you had a good game. And this guy is claiming that it's not possible for his girlfriend to be going 2.5 KD when she's playing by herself, to then dropping to 0.25 KD, which means she dies 4 times for every 1 kill. Basically, when she's by herself, she's got to be in lobbies with other people that are her skill level, given the fact that when she's playing with her boyfriend, she's going up against people like him, therefore she goes, 1 and 4 on average. So, I don't know how that could be explained. I don't really know why anybody at all is complaining about skill-based matchmaking if it's not in the game. Because if something's not there, it's not there, right? Like, if something's not there, it's not fucking there, so we don't talk about it because it doesn't exist. It's not there, so why would we be talking about something that isn't there, that doesn't exist? So clearly people are noticing something, and I'm noticing something. Not in my personal gameplay. Maybe I'm doing something right. I mean, I knew coming into this game that there might be some bullshit. So, you know, on the open playlist, you know how there's like a blue and orange kind of circular logo thing next to each of the game modes on Core Mosh Pit in the open playlist? That means that there's guaranteed, you know, non-disbanding lobbies and, you know, no skill-based matchmaking and ping is king again, you know what I mean? That sort of stuff. So I've been just like playing Core Mosh Pit, Team Deathmatch, Overload, and Gunfight, stuff like that, because those are the, like, I don't have to search for those modes. All I have to do is find match, click find match, and then all of those are like put down there like in a drop-down list from the open matchmaking playlist. And when you go into quick play, I thought to myself with Black Ops 6, and I was like, there's definitely no way that they changed that shit. And I kind of feel like Call of Duty would be the company to troll and just like lie to their audience and have it so the only way you can actually play non-skill based matchmaking lobbies is if you go into find a match and then click on like Team Deathmatch or Gunfight or Overload, because nobody really wants to play TDM all night. You want to play Hardpoint and Domination, but in Core Mosh Pit in the open playlist, it's like Hardpoint, Domination, Overload, and Team Deathmatch and Kill Confirmed. But like most of the lobbies are either Domination, Kill Confirmed, or Team Deathmatch. I barely see Hardpoint. I barely see Overload. You know what I mean? So most people would probably search for the the mode they want to play. And that's, I guess, my main concern is if Call of Duty really snuck behind people's backs like that and tweak their lobby, you know, enable, I don't know what the word is, like their lobby features, their lobby loading features, so to make it so when you click on quick play, you're actually in skill-based matchmaking, even though they claim that quick play doesn't have skill-based matchmaking in it. That may be the single worst thing as a company that you can decide to do. You know what I mean? And I don't know enough about this topic yet because I haven't watched enough videos about it, but I have 2 videos saved. One is from Blame Truth. The other is from T-Dog Smitty, the boy T-Dog. So I'm going to watch both of those videos addressing skill-based matchmaking in Black Ops 7. And I will probably get back to you guys with another video talking about skill-based matchmaking. But I have to put it out there, there is a very high probability that the skill-based matchmaking bullshit is in Black Ops 7 in some way, shape, or form. It is safe to say that this game does have it in its system somewhere, but there are, like I've been saying, tweaks and ways to get around it so you're actually able to enjoy your gameplay. So my biggest tip for you guys to not get into cancerous lobbies is when you're clicking find a match, select one of the modes that they present to you automatically under the, you know, open mosh pit or the open matchmaking playlist, like Team Deathmatch, Gunfight, Overload, or open mosh pit. Any of those 4 game modes, I guarantee you, will be balanced. It'll be some games you'll go off, some games you'll get shit on, some games are even safe. Like, if you're good at COD, you'll have more good games than bad games consistently, all the time with this game mode. And it doesn't feel like a hassle. I don't feel like I'm sweating my balls off. Yeah, there are moments in each game where I sweat, because that's just what a normal, you know, try-hard Call of Duty player would do. But like Black Ops 2, there are plenty more moments in each game where I can just walk around, or, you know, if I'm trying to flank one way, I can completely turn around, go back to where I just came from, and flank a different way without seeing an enemy. Like 90% of the time. And, so, with that being said, you know, this game is still enjoyable, but you can't lie to your fan base and still expect them to support you, because Call of Duty, you've already lost, like, you guys lost, like, I think 60, or it was like 40 to 60% of Call of Duty's audience did not return to Black Ops 6 post-release of Battlefield 6. So, after Battlefield 6 came out, about 50%, like about half of those guys did not come back. to Call of Duty Black Ops 6 once Battlefield 6 was released. So if you want to try and have the best possible experience, I would really suggest doing one of the things that I just said with the open mosh pit playlist or team deathmatch or gunfighter overload. But until then, until I found out more information about this scandal, this absolute treacherous scandal, enjoy BO7. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.